How's it going, everybody? My name is Warner Fields with Fields of Profit. I'm a six-figure Amazon seller and full-time student. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to get over some IP complaints, how to avoid getting IP complaints in the first place. I ran a quick poll with you guys to see how many of you have dealt with this. There's a pretty high percentage, about 30% of the people who responded have received an IP complaint before. And there's just a really simple Chrome extension that I like to use to avoid IP complaints. I have yet to have an IP complaint the whole time I've been doing online arbitrage, and that's been a couple months already. So there's actually some steps you can take to avoid those troublemaking brands, because the last thing you want on your account is an IP complaint, because that's really going to cause some trouble on your account metrics, which then would affect your sales and possibly get you suspended in the long run. So you want to be careful with IP. So we're just going to go ahead and dive into this quick little tool that I like to use to do it. Before we do that, I just want to say that only about 20% of the people who watch my videos are actually subscribed. So go ahead and click the subscribe button down below. Free, helps me out a ton, and you can unsubscribe. Thanks, guys. So this is the tool that I personally use. It's called IP Alert. It's just a simple little Chrome extension that you can buy. It's a one-time fee for $100. You can also get some coupon codes for it. I think I paid $50 for it. I'm not even an affiliate of these guys right now anyway. I'm just recommending a tool that has saved me some headaches in the past. And then we can go over here to Amazon and see if we can find a product where it shows that we should probably not sell it. So we're gonna, I know that this brand I think is on here. So you're just gonna go on to Amazon, you're gonna search for your products. You can also integrate this with tactical arbitrage, which I'll show you in just a second. But this is actually just gonna embed the IP complaint like on the sales page. So right here, it makes you click through this box so that you're aware that this product will probably give you an IP complaint. You click OK, and then it's also got this little siren next to the brand name. So it's just a simple little integration into this Amazon page to keep you from making that mistake. Because this means that in the past, this brand has filed an IP complaint against someone who also uses the plugin. So this is one of those plugins that it works because of the networking effect, which is more users equals better tool. So in this case, someone in the past who uses IP Alert has gotten a complaint from this store. And every time somebody gets a complaint who uses this tool, they add that to the database. So it doesn't prevent fully you from getting a new IP complaint, but unless you're dealing with a brand that not very many people have sold before, you're going to be able to use this pretty effectively. All the big brands that file IP complaints are going to be on here because people will have tried to sell those big brands before. Like this OXO is a pretty big brand, and someone tried and they got an IP complaint for it. So it's going to protect you from that here. And then I'll also go into tactical arbitrage real quick and show you how it looks in tactical arbitrage, and it's going to save you time on those searches within tactical arbitrage as well. So this is just some data that I haven't searched through yet on my tactical arbitrage. I've just been scrolling here and it looks like we've got a brand that likes to file IP complaints. You can see on tactical arbitrage it has this little siren here, and then if it's fine, it has the check mark, meaning they're not gonna have any issues with you. And then once you have this siren on your search, you can actually just go ahead and press exclude, and then that's going to exclude this brand from your future searches, which is going to help you just never see those products again, because you know sometimes it hurts to see one of these products that are pretty profitable and then you get in here and see it has an IP issue. Unfortunately, you got to stay away from those profitable opportunities if it's going to be bad for your account in the long run. So you can just press proceed, and then it's not going to show you any of this brand anymore on tactical arbitrage. So it's really going to save you some headaches on tactical arbitrage, and it's also going to keep you from having to click through on the listings to check it. Because when you're looking through tactical arbitrage, you're trying to minimize the number of clicks you're making. Clicks to profitable products is what you should be maximizing. So having that on there is going to help you maximize that those profitable products per clicks. So there's also a couple rules of thumb that you'll want to keep in mind when you're trying to avoid IP complaints. First off, I get this one a lot, is do not try to sell things that you get at a thrift store or something you know is used as new, because you don't have the proper documentation to prove that it's an authentic product. Amazon's gonna think it's a counterfeit or something like that. So don't go to thrift stores and buy a book and sell it as new. Don't go to thrift stores and buy something that's still in the box. Even if it really is new, you can't sell it as new. Sell it as used like new, or sell it on eBay. That's really going to save you some headaches in the long run. You're also going to want to be sure you hang on to your receipts as much as possible, and that your receipts also show the UPC code on the item, because that's what's going to help you prove authenticity if they ever come knocking and give you an IP complaint. Then you're going to be able to prove authenticity with that. Now, you're not going to be able to prove that you are an authorized distributor with that, which could get you in trouble. But as far as IP complaints, a receipt will cover your IP complaints. But if they get onto you for not being an authorized distributor, this won't protect you from that. So that's like the common misconception between RA and OA. I've never had an issue with it yet, but I know it's a risk that I run, so you just got to be a little more careful when you're buying products. Maybe stick to products that you can sell a lot of. If you're worried about when you cast a wide net, maybe you cast a wide net into something that'll hurt your account. I sell mostly fast moving OA products, mostly just because I like those guaranteed returns, but it also has the added benefit of not dipping my toes into more brands, which could mean more risk of IP complaint. For RA and OA, it's always a risk that you run, that you're gonna run into issues with the brand owners. It's just, you should just accept that that's part of the business model. You could get in trouble for it eventually. That's why you should probably have a long-term plan to get out of RA and OA. Right now, for me personally, it's just the thing that's working best for me. The buy box just stopped cooperating with me, so now I'm trying to just be adaptable and then work on getting into private label and back into wholesale once things return to normal for me. I'm trying to get back to that step, but you should always try to have an exit strategy for RA and OA. It should not be your permanent business model, because if it is, then it's going to run you into the ground. Just one little issue can ruin your account, so just be super careful, but you can take lots of precautions on the way, and if you take those steps, then you should be fine. So that's going to do it for this video. That's all the kind of tips and tricks I've got for avoiding IP complaints. If you want to go ahead and like, subscribe, all that stuff helps me out with the algorithm. There's going to be a free spreadsheet down below at my website for you OA sellers. I like to use it to do some profit calculations, tracking those RA products that you could go into the store and buy when they're like pickup only and that kind of stuff. So that's going to do it for this video. Thanks, guys.